Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Karasetia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. In this video we are going to learn how you can send Sendinblue form details conditionally to Google Contacts automatically. So the idea here is that whenever a new contact is added to your Sendinblue specific contact list through the Sendinblue form submission, automatically the same contact should get added to your Google Contacts account. For this, we need to create a connection between Sendinblue and Google Contacts. So in order to create a connection, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Sendinblue with Google Contacts automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process now on my screen. So welcome back to my screen. Here let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you are going to get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Sendinblue to Google Contacts integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want to send Sendinblue form details conditionally to Google Contacts and that too automatically. So open this trigger window, choose the application name as Sendinblue. Select the trigger event as new contact added to a list. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Sendinblue account. So I'll just copy this webhook URL from here. I'll take you to my Sendinblue dashboard. Here we'll be moving to the contacts section. And here we'll be clicking on the settings option. Okay, and here we can find the webhooks option. Simply click on webhooks. Now here we can find the webhook URL. So we are going to just add a new webhook over here by clicking on this plus sign, add a new webhook. Now here we have to paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Here we have to select when a contact is added to a list and click on add. And here we can see that the webhook is added successfully. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And now here we can see that it is waiting for the webhook response. So in order to capture the response, we have to create a new contact in our Sendinblue account. For that, I'll just take you to my Sendinblue account once again. And here I'll just take you to the forms section. So I have created some forms using my Sendinblue account. That is contact form and subscriber form. So I'll just open both the forms and I'll show it to you. So first let us open the contact form. So I have created a contact form where I have specified the list name. It means whenever this contact form is filled by the customer, automatically the contact details of the customer will be added to a specific list name Google Contact. So I have created a list also on the name of Google Contact. Okay. And then I have set all the settings over here. I have created some integrations and from clicking on the share button, we can find the link. Okay. So using this link, I have opened the form in a new tab over here. That is the contact form where I am taking the basic fields of the customer. That is the first name, last name, gender, mobile number and the email address. Okay. Now let's move to the second form. Okay. That is the subscriber form. I'll show you the subscriber form details also. And here I have selected the form name as, the list name as Shopee Shop. It means whenever the form will be filled by the customer, the contact will be added to your specific list name Shopee Shop. Okay. So, and here also I have just clicked on this share button And using this link, I have opened the form in a new tab over here. That is the subscription form, where I have taken the same fields of the customer. Okay. So now I want that whenever a customer fills the detail in the contact form, automatically the contact should be added as a new contact to our Google contacts. Okay. For that, we have to just fill up the form. So I'll just move to the contact form and we are going to fill up the details over here. Let's give the first name as Adam, last name as Smith. Let us select the gender as male over here. Here we have to give the mobile number and the email address as adamsmith888@gmail.com. And let's click on subscribe. Subscription confirmed. So the form has been filled. Now let us check whether the same contact is added to our Google contact list in our Sendinblue account or not. So I'll just take you to the list. And here we have a Google contact list. So I'm just going to open the list from here. Okay, and here we can see that Adam Smith is added to this particular list. Now we want that whenever a contact is added to this list, automatically the contact should be added to our Google contacts. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, and here we can see the responses received and all the details of the form submission are captured over here. Here we can find the email address of the customer, that is adamsmith888@gmail.com, and here we have got a list ID also, that is 35. So this is the list ID of the list that we have created in our Sendinblue account. Okay, so here we can find the Google contact list ID as 35 and the same list ID is captured over here, that is 35. But we cannot find the details of the customer, that is the name, his phone details, first name, last name and all other details that we have entered into the form. And even we want to specify that whenever the customer is added to this particular list, that is Google contact list, automatically the same contact should get added to Google contacts. Okay. For that we have to just scroll down, come to the action step, choose the application name as filter. Click on filter. Now here we have to select the label as list ID from Sendinblue. So let us give the list ID is equal to 35. Okay. So whenever the customer will be added to this particular list ID, then only this workflow should run. Let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received, status success, message condition is true. Yes, the condition is true just because the customer is added to this particular list ID. Okay. Now we want to retrieve the customer information. Okay, we have got the ID only, but we haven't got the customer information. For that, click on this plus sign, add action step. Choose the application name as Sendinblue. Select the action event as get contact information. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API key. For that we have to just log into a Sendinblue account. Click on the username on the top right area and select SMTP and API from the drop down menu and you can find the API keys. So I'm just going to access it from here itself and we will be redirected to our Sendinblue account. Okay, here we can find the API keys. So I'm just going to create a new API key over here by clicking on this plus sign. Let's give the name as Google Contacts Integration. Okay, let's click on generate. And here we can find the API key. So I'll simply copy this API key from here and I'll be pasting the same API key over here to create a connection. And let's click on save. And now the Sendinblue account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to give the email address of the customer whose data needs to be retrieved. For that I'll just click on this mapping button. I'll remove this data from here. Let's come to Sendinblue and from here we are going to map the email address of the customer. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and now here we can see that all the details of the customer are retrieved over here. Last name as Smith, first name as Adam, and here we can find his mobile number. But here we have got the gender as 1, but we haven't got what is the gender. Is it a male or a female? Okay, and here we have got the list ID once again. Now we want to retrieve the data of this gender, whether this customer is a male person or a female. For that we have to just click on this plus sign once again. and we are going to select the application name as Lookup Table. Select the action event as Lookup Table. Click on Connect. It is connected now. Here we have to select the lookup key. For that, let us map the lookup key from Sendinblue, and the key will be this, attributes gender 1. Okay, so now we have to specify the labels over here. So I'm just specifying the label that if the label is 1, then the value should be male. Okay, let's click on this plus sign. If the label will be 2, then the value should be female. And let's click on this plus sign once again. And if the label is 3, then the value should be unspecified. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received, and in the result we have got the value as male over here. Okay, so now we are going to create a contact in our Google Contacts using all these details. So let's scroll down, come to this plus sign, add action step. Choose the application name as Google Contacts. Select the action event as Create Contact. Click on Connect. Click on Add New Connection and click on Connect with Google Contacts. Now here it is asking me to choose an account to continue with Pabbly Connect Contacts. So I'll just choose my account from here. Pabbly Connect Contacts wants additional access to your Google account. So let's click on Continue and give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. And now the Google Contacts account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we need to give the name, last name, gender and other details of the customer, which we have already received through the form submission over here in Sendinblue. Okay. So we will be mapping the details which we have retracted over here. All these details. So let us map them one by one. Let's scroll down, come to the first name, come to Sendinblue and let us map the first name as Adam. In the same way, we will be mapping the last name, that is Smith. Let us map the gender over here, but we are not going to specify from the drop down, just because if I select male from here, all the contacts will be selected as a male contact. So to just change the genders from here, I am just going to click on this mapping button. I'll remove this data from here and we are going to map it from Lookup Table, that is male. So the gender will get changed according to the customer. Okay. Now here we have to give the email. So let us map the email address from Sendinblue, that is adamsmith888@gmail.com. We don't have other details, so I'm just leaving it as blank. Here let us map the phone number and we have the mobile number. So let us map from Sendinblue once again. Okay, and this was the mobile number value. We don't have the address details, so I'm just leaving it as blank. If you're having all these details, you can just map it over here. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means a new contact is added to our Google Contacts account. Let's check it. Okay, and here we can see contact name as Adam Smith. This is his email address and the phone number. So in this way, we can see that our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now as we have created an automation between Sendinblue and Google Contacts, next time whenever any of your customers is going to fill the form and the contact is added to the specific list, then only this workflow is going to run. And then only the contact will be added to your Google Contacts. So let us check this in the real time, that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. Okay, for that I'll just move to the subscriber form this time. Okay, previously we have filled this contact form. So we are not filling the form, that is the contact form. This time let us fill the form, that is subscriber form over here. That is the subscription form. Let us give the details as Kuldeep Jain. Let us select the gender as male. Let us give the phone number over here. Email address as kuldeep11@gmail.com. Okay, and let's click on subscribe. Subscription confirmed. So the form has been filled. Now let us check whether this contact is created as a new contact in our Google Contacts or not. We have to just refresh it. Okay, and we can't find the customer details added to our Google Contacts. So let us check whether the contact is added to the same contact list or not. And I have given the list name as Shopee Shop for the subscription form. So I'll just open this contact list from here. Okay, and we can see that Kuldeep Jain is added to this particular contact list. Now let us check our Google contact list also. So as this particular customer is not added to this list, that is our Google contact list, that is the reason the same contact is not created in our Google contacts also. Okay. Now we are going to check this in the real time once again, and this time we are going to fill the contact form once again. Let's give the first name as Shikha, last name as Arya. Let us select the gender as female. Let's give the mobile number. Email work as Arya Shikha 22@gmail.com. Let's click on subscribe. Subscription confirmed. Now we have to check our Sendinblue contact list first. We have to refresh it. Okay, and here we can see that Shikha Arya is added to our Google contact list in Sendinblue account. Now we are going to check our Google contacts list also. We have to refresh it account once again. Okay, and here we can see that Shikha Arya is added as a new contact to our Google contacts. And here we can find her email address and the phone number. So in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, I'll just minimize these trigger windows as well as the action windows also. Okay, so first we have created an integration between Sendinblue and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the contact whenever a new contact was added to a specific list through the Sendinblue form submission. Then we have applied the filter. Then this particular workflow should run only when the contact is added to a specific contact list. Then we have used the action step of Sendinblue just to retrieve the contact details of the customer. Okay. Then we have added the action step of Lookup Table just to specify the gender of the contact. And at last, using all these details, a new contact was added to your Google contact. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Sendinblue and Google Contacts using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.